Students, this is SriRam Shastri. I once again welcome you back to my new video session. So this video is regarding the topic of environmental issues, and the topic today we are going to discuss is about the different acts which have been formulated for protection of the environment and protection of the natural resources. So whatever those acts are there that already I have enlisted on the board, and just in short I will discuss about when and where these acts were enacted and what for these acts are being proposed and they have been implemented in our country. So first of all, if you talk about the first one, that is a Central Pollution Control Board. So there is a Central Pollution Control Board associated for controlling the pollution and the emission of pollutants in the country. Along with that, it is the association which generally takes down or checks down, you can say. It checks the amount of pollution in different regions and what are the causes of pollutants and which particular pollutants are being excessively released into the environment. And also it works for protecting the environment by implementing certain regulations in the regions where there is high amount of pollution. So if you talk about what are the acts which are being implemented under Central Pollution Control Board, are Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act in 1974 and Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. So these two acts are, first act is for the protection of water and water bodies, that is Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974 for water. So water, it includes water bodies, underground water, surface water, and the marine habitat also. So it includes the amount of water, fresh water and marine water which is being exploited by human being and is under the threat of destruction or is already been threatened or destroyed. Like under that we have certain action plans also, like Ganga River Action Plan is one, Yamuna River Action Plan is another one, which is for protection of those rivers which once upon a time were considered as one of the holiest rivers. Now also they are considered as one of the holiest rivers, but unfortunately they are being polluted because of industries and sewage connections to these water bodies. So thirdly, if you talk about the forest policy is for protection of forests. Okay, generally it is being proposed for 15% of the forest cover, then slowly we can increase it to up to 33% of the forest cover, and in the regions where the forest is already existing and it is under threat, generally it can be raised around up to 67%. So the government is aiming to increase the forestation, the forest covered area by around 67%. But again, it is very difficult because every one of us have to participate in that. There should be a large scale afforestation for implementation of new plants or protection of new plants, and also protection on the older grown plants also, or trees. Protection of trees is very important. Then if you talk about, there is another one association, that is National Environment Tribunal Bill. In 1992 this tribunal bill was being implemented. It includes Environment Protection Act, Forest Protection Act, Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, so Environment Protection Act was being enacted in 1986 and Forest Act was being implemented in India very long ago, that is in 1927, and it is being re-implemented by our government once again. Wildlife Protection Act is one of the most important act which has been enacted in 1972. Under this act we have to protect the environment. Okay, so Environment Protection Act includes these two again, Water and Prevention of Water Pollution and Control of Pollution Act, also Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act. Okay, that includes environment. So greenhouse release of gases, controlling of greenhouse releasing gases, control of global warming, control of the acid rainfalls, control of destroying water bodies, control of destroying the air. These all things, including smog formation and all, related is all related to Environment Protection Act. Then if we talk about the Forest Act, under that, Forest Act is for protection of the forest which are present today and also increasing the area of forest by afforestation and reforestation programs. Then Wildlife Protection Act is a very important act which has been enacted in our India. Again, it is for protection of the wildlife, that includes plants, animals both. Okay, so especially those categories of organisms which are falling under threatened and endangered category, these organisms are supposed to be protected by the law of the land. Some of the species which are endangered in our country includes our national animal itself, that is uh, Royal Bengal tiger, or what you call as Panthera tigris. Okay, so Royal Bengal tiger is being protected as one of the most endangered category of animals in our country. Along with that, worldwidely endangered category of animals are also there, which has been published in Red Data book. And these animals also are present in India. Some of them includes like Asiatic elephant is one, Asiatic lion, which only remains in Gir National Park. Then Indian one-horned rhinoceros, which only remains constricted to single part called Kaziranga National Park. So they have implemented tiger project, elephant project, and whatever animal is there, that particular animal is under protection with the help of a project which has been underlaid by the government regulations. Then if you talk about there are certain movements which we had, we in the sense not we ourselves, our ancestors or our what you call as forefathers, or we can say our elders had been seeing this particular movements, like a Chipko movement was there, and there was a Pico movement which is continuation of the same thing, and the Tehri Dam conflict is there, Silent Valley movement is there, Narmada Bachao Andolan is there. Okay, so these all Chipko movement was for protection of trees, which was originated in Uttarakhand presently. Then it was also seen in the South India in Karnataka by the name Apiko movement. Okay, so here the people used to hug the trees. Okay, and they were protecting the trees by avoiding them to be cut down because of industrialization, timber industries, and forestation was destroyed because of this. So there are some people, there is a community called Bishnoi community in our India, which is very much respecting the nature. They consider nature as their family itself. Okay, so similar conflicts were also seen in Tehri Dam construction in Tehri Garhwal in Madhya Pradesh. There similar conflict was seen for construction of a dam. They have to destroy forest. Again in Silent Valley, which is also a very important hotspot in India, there also we had seen a movement called Silent Valley movement. Same way Narmada River, under Narmada River also. These all three, Tehri Dam, Silent Valley, and Narmada Bachao Andolan, all the three are based on protecting the area for because the area was being used for constructing dams for power generation by hydroelectric power projects. Okay, so these are some of the important acts which I had to discuss today. I would like to stop this video here itself. In the next video we'll continue with the some more international policies and international measures which are being implemented under different earth summits and conferences for protection of the environment. For today we'll stop this here. Thank you.